Wow, that was phenomenal. And as you were talking, I was thinking about a conversation we had a couple of weeks ago that my newsreal family, I feel strongly that you really need to know the difference between coaching and counseling. And this is why this is so important. Dr. Melendez gave a brilliant overview of counseling and your need for it. I love the way you talked about everybody used to have someone, be it your grandma, your neighbor, your mom. Someone was there to listen, to kind of unload everything. Because if you're struggling, my newsreel family, and trying to figure out, I can't quite get my hands around my career or my life goals. I'm having challenges and I don't understand why. One step forward, 10 steps back. It could be because someone is maybe trying to coach you to your next step, but you need counseling. Because in the coaching world, in which I am a life coach, an executive coach, etc., is we always say we can only walk alongside you if all your issues have been made whole. And that doesn't mean you don't have issues. It means that you are not looking in the rearview mirror and you're stuck. As Dr. Melendez says, that you are stuck. You can't get unstuck. And the past is haunting you. And that old saying that your past haunt you from going forward, it is really, really true. So if you, my newsreel family, if you're trying to move forward and you can't seem to make a big enough leap, then it could be that there's something in your past that's holding you back. And I love my pastor. I know you love your pastors. Deliverance has not come, and now you need to get a little bit more intensive help or professional help that can help push you to that next level as your pastor continues to hold you up in prayer. And even if you're not a believer, as your family or whoever is holding you up, just understand that you need to get unstuck. And until you get unstuck, it's going to be difficult for you to reach your life goals and to maintain them in a very healthy way. Do you not agree?
I definitely agree with that. And generally, when we're looking at counseling, we're looking at, emotionally you just don't feel as strong. You know that something has happened, and sometimes you're aware of what's happened, and sometimes you're not aware. But you know that it's more than what you can do yourself. So, but the coaching piece, that's very interesting too. Because there are a lot of people that need coaches. We don't, our coaches, we used to have them, we had them in our parents and our grandparents. But now we're finding there's a greater need for coaches also.
Oh, absolutely, because it is said that we take 10 to 15 years off a person's life experience because we've had so much, and that's what makes us so powerful.
Yes.
We've had so much experience. Yes. We specialize
Absolutely.
in the areas where we've specialized in. We know the link. We just know a lot, and it's interesting you say that because there's a young lady that I do believe I'll be coaching, and she had a lot of different ideas in her head, which was exciting to know. But now we've got to kind of settle back and kind of unpack all those pieces to figure out exactly what is it I want to do. Right. And that is not as easy as one would think. Because when you're creative and you're willing and you're sacrificial and you're passionate, you can hang in some places a long time that you don't need to hang in.
That's true. And the thing also is having that real relationship and that trust factor. That's very important. That a lot of times now people don't have people in their lives that they really can trust. And my mom used to use this analogy. She used to say, part of what my job is I've been down this road and I know where the big holes are, that you don't have to trip into those or mess up your car riding into those holes, because I can tell you exactly where the holes are. But then we have to trust someone to be able to believe them when they say it, and not just feel like we got to ride down there and fall into all the holes anyway. Absolutely. So there's a trust factor with the coaching that I think, and it comes with the therapist as well.
It has to.
The trust factor is so important.
And it's funny you would say the holes, because that's part of the framework that I work off of, and I get flashbacks to Kenya, Africa. Just a little side trail is that I remember us in Kenya, Africa, and there's a 100-foot drop, and there was no one there to warn us
Wow.
that
Whoa.
there's a drop there. It was only by the grace of God that we didn't end up there. It's just that the lights on our vehicle was skipping sections of the road, and we stopped the car. Went, well, what's going on? So yeah, I mean that is a great analogy that when we walk our clients through, we have little stick figure that says "Oops, pothole" or something like that, or so there's a catch net that's necessary to move you over to that piece.